Hi, welcome back. I didn't turn on the kitchen light. It's 10 o'clock. I'm about to crawl into the back of my van, my bed, my camper. I tried getting Sara up there in the back to get used to traveling in it. I think she'll be okay once she goes up on the step parts. I'm hot. I'm beat. I'm not burnt. I'm good. I moved, but it took a whole day to downsize everything to less of a load because in case I get a passenger to go with us and share gas, then I have to have a little bit of room for those bags. But I don't think so. So I think she's gonna cry a lot when she's, lying there having to sleep in the camper. No matter what people think, my mom is not a good person. This has been a horrible day. Talking to her is like talking to ice. Like talking to a wall. She won't budge, change, and she refuses to think that she's the one to blame. She wants to believe that the reason my kids have been taken from me is because I did something wrong, but I didn't. And I have tons of proof. I'm going to photocopy a lot of that stuff. So I'm going to try to stay organized so people can just watch along to YouTube, the police, the OPP, the Winnipeg Police, the Totten Family Services, the Terrace. People can just watch me on YouTube as I do my trip. And even if I have to get Sara put in foster home in Ontario until I land a job that satisfies everybody at a certain income level and have a certain kind of house, then I'll do that. Although I'm pretty sure that as soon as I cross the border, I can put a restraining order against my mom and against the social services people immediately. An ex parte order is out of question because I'm here thinking about how I can get her out of here as quickly as possible. So my mom, I think, is pretty good in understanding that I'm not going away this time. Because if I leave to go to Ontario and drive as far as Niagara Falls, I'm not coming back. And this is my child. I gave birth to this child. And I didn't give birth to it to give it to my mother and just walk away for 20 years. That's absurd. She's already missed the stuff that she should have been doing commercial-wise and television show-wise. So I'm going to be smart. I'm going to make 4 copies. I'm going to send one to the Winnipeg Police. After I've left, they're going to have it and all the instructions and the pictures in it. And basically, if my mom calls them, they're going to go, hey, we got this. And we're here to tell you, lady, that if you try bothering your daughter, or try getting your granddaughter back, then we're to pursue charges against you. And, well, she's got some pretty convincing evidence here. And then I'm going to have 1 package for the OPP, and once I'm in Ontario, it doesn't matter where in Ontario, restraining orders can be put against anybody from CFS or MC, whatever they call themselves, MCFD up in British Columbia. But then in Ontario, they don't even know there is paperwork. So my mom got 1 letter with a paragraph in it that just states that she's got custody and that if the baby was to leave her care, that she's to notify the town of Terrace. But I already told her till I was blue in the face that that statement only means to put an ad in the paper to let them know that she's returned the care of the child and that after that, that I would pursue custody and that she doesn't want to keep the child and would cooperatively sign the papers. But, of course, she hasn't put the ad in the paper and doesn't want to believe that that little paragraph means just that. I'm trying to get a copy of that, but I'm probably going to sneak around because she's not cooperating. I even tried to get her to just give me the birth certificate for Sara, so she doesn't seem to want to do that either, so I'm going to have to get another birth certificate because I am her mother, and it is on there that I am her mother. So I'm going to have to get another copy of the birth certificate. I do have her first and original BC health card, so that'll help me a lot. I'm going to send a package to Global Television in Toronto, head office, because that's where it is, head office, as I'm driving towards there, because I'm trying to clear my name. I've got the evidence. I've got my ROE, my pay stubs, to show where I was working when I was pregnant, went into labor, gave birth. Believe it or not, I was on site to the new hospital of the same town where she was born in the old hospital for security. And I was whining and wishing that Tom was there then, and anybody else from the show who was wondering where I was. Well, I was really far north trying to make enough money to get down there, because it's expensive and it's a long drive. But that didn't work, and these people interfered. And when I got flown back to where my apartment was, because they wouldn't let me drive home in my car with the baby, then the other people from over in Terrace knew who Bruce was, the father, Bruce Wayne. Really is his name. Look on his social insurance number, Bruce Wayne. So Batman, anyways, well, they knew who he was. And so because they knew who he was, they interfered. And they just decided, without even coming to my house, they never stepped through the front door. I have pictures to show you how clean and how nice and orderly everything was, and how the clothes in the closet were hung and waiting for that baby. She never got to sleep one night in her crib. And all I was doing was working in another town. And no matter how much I tried to explain to them that that's not against the law, and it's not against the rules. I don't have to be somebody that doesn't work. On disability, I'm allowed to work. I was probably making more than I should have, but that's beside the point. The government owes me money for interrupting my life and interfering with the success that that child should have, and that adoption, the open adoption, and the life she should have right now, and divorcing the life I should have right now. So all I can do is keep making these YouTube videos, tell my story, and hope that people will tune in. I'm going to tell Global TV to tune into my YouTube channels. Ellen can tune into my YouTube channels, and she can apologize after she starts to get the gist of this. And then the police can also tune in, and then they can figure out how to tell my family, the family I have in Ontario, because I have family in Ontario. I don't have anything to do with the family in BC, but it's here. It's going global. Now television is not going to stop. Yeah, so I think she got used to it when I put her in it. She climbed up on the stairs and got in there and understood that Mummy's house. Mummy sleeps in the bed there, and she's kind of getting into the teddy bear and the bunny rabbit that I sleep with, because she's not lying next to me. I mean, I have not had much where I've had many nights with her. I have pictures, literally, of my ex-husband and my mom both having their hand in my older daughter's crotch, literally. Like, it's not good. It's gross. So I'm photocopying all that. I'm not going to show the pictures on the YouTube videos necessarily, because it's a lot. Because I wrote 2 journals worth of stuff in the hospital, and I have more to tell. And if she tries to get the baby back, I will continue to tell the story. But the people up there in Terrace did not want to hear my side. They should have been there to help me to realize that the person they just gave the baby to was the last person on earth that should have had it. I didn't know at that time what I should have run to the courtrooms and filed a restraining order right away for myself against them. Then apply for an ex parte order, because the father's the one that you should fear. I didn't ask to get pregnant. I wasn't trying to get pregnant. I was trying to end a relationship in a bedroom I should never have started. And I tried to stop it, and he didn't want it. And now there's a pregnancy that happened because of it. And no, I didn't push for charges, because he's not all well in the head. You know, he's very Batman. So I thought, you know, he can see her and hold her when she was in the apartment visiting, and I've got pictures of that. And he's been to Winnipeg for 3 months once, and that's it. Now, until everybody is here and the whole thing's worked out, till Mike Cooley's in the picture physically, some guy that everybody thinks is a figment of my imagination, who never showed up there on time at the shelter where I met Bruce to stop this pregnancy from happening by giving me one of his own. Well, when he comes into the picture, and when Tom Welling comes into the picture, and when you come into the picture, and when Darren and Evan and everybody starts understanding, wow, the story is intense, like, and sort of comes together so that my name can be vindicated, then it'll all start making sense. But I don't know. I want to go to Niagara Falls after I find out tomorrow, when the secretary calls me about the bariatric procedure. I want to go and live there. That's a far drive. I don't know how much gas I'm going to need. And then if people get wind of this and they want to help out, they certainly can. But I'll show you some of the stuff, but I probably won't go through all of it, because it's tons of pages. I'm making 4 copies of everything. It's going to cost me a few bucks. And I'm going to think about 4 strategic places to mail those 4 copies of stuff. I'd like to find one news station in America to plaster all the cameras they can get across in Canada, because American news comes across all of our televisions in Canada, so it would be easier. If I was more famous here, these guys here locally would help me, but I'm not yet. Anyways, my 10 minutes are up. I'm going to check my emails. Peace out, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.